Started. Good morning. Good morning. So excited to see all of you guys here. I know it is crunch time. I know we are down at that magic week. We are down at the last couple days. We've had some conversations going about just how like what can we do in these last, 2 days that we have here? What can we bring? What can we offer? How can we devote all of that time to these last 2 weeks and making sure that at midnight on the 31st, you can take that breath and look back and be like, all right, I literally gave it everything I had. I gave everything. And taking that time on the 31st to even look back and be like, all right, where did I give myself that scapegoat? Where could I have maybe gone a little bit better? Where could I have tightened it up some? And taking that into May with us. Um, One of the things at church this weekend, it's so funny because if you guys know me and you've known my journey, faith has been something that I have been like struggling with. And when I joined Plexus, I had no idea that it was going to be an avenue to bring faith back into my life, but it has, and I'm very grateful for that. And one of the things that they talked about, our pastor talked about this weekend at church, really kind of resonated with me with Plexus. So it's from Craig Brescroll. I may be saying his name wrong, but it says, what we fear the most reveals where we trust God the least. And I was like, oh, oh, I kind of felt that. What we fear the most reveals where we trust God the least. And I held on to that like all day and I evaluated it all day. And I realized, with my business, with my school, and with my Plexus business, I started to look at, what do I fear? What do I fear with these businesses? Why do I fear it? Why do I allow that to hold me back? As much as I sit here and say, like, I've worked on this personal growth and I stand on my own 2 feet now. I don't. I still evaluate it and I look back at myself and I'm like, I'm still holding back. I'm still holding back there. We had a call with Phil where we worked on our why. And Rach talked the other day about how, when they used to say, like, if your why doesn't make you cry, work on it. And Rach used to be like, okay. Well, guess what? Now her why makes her cry. And the thing is, I always struggle too with like, okay, I have a why. I know what I want to do. Does it completely break me down? It doesn't. Is that wrong? No, I don't think it's wrong. I think I just need to maybe evaluate some more. I think I need to maybe look in a little bit at my business a little bit more. So as we are hitting these last couple weeks here, it's hard to not catch on imposter syndrome. It's hard to watch people like the one girl Megan just posted with us too. I saw it, with Emily Roberts. What was it, 3 months and she's Emerald? Like, what? Again, like Nicole was saying, like, can you take my hand and walk me through that journey with you? Like, literally, I want to be with you every second of every day and know what you did. But the thing is, we can't because that's their journey. That's not our journey. And that can be frustrating sometimes. But what I can say to you guys is through that frustration, use it as an evaluation tool on yourself, on your business. One of the most beautiful pieces of this business that I have connected with and held on to from day one is this community. And you want to know what's funny? It's the one thing that I don't share. And I'm working on why. Why don't I share? Every once in a while, I may drop it. But I feel like I hold on to it so tight because it's been so precious and so important to my own growth that I'm so afraid if I give it out, I'll lose it. And I know that may sound like crazy, but that's for me to kind of look at my journey and be like, and I've been asked that by a couple of different leaders that, I've had different coaching calls and it's like, why don't you share that? And I'm like, I don't know. Phil asked us about our why. You know what I did the other day? I chat GPT'd my why. I jumped on ChatGPT and I was like, help me with my why. I've done the onion peeling. I've done the step-by-step breaking down the why. And I still feel like I'm missing something. I still feel like I'm missing something. So taking that quote, what we fear the most reveals where we trust God the least. What we fear the most in our business is where we may lack the most. But really taking that and breaking that down as to why. It's going to be different for every single one of us. Rach, I mean, I don't know if you can jump in real quick, but like when you figured out that why and when it hit, was it like, oh, there it is? Or was it like, go ahead. Oh, can't hear you. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Totally putting Rach on the spot
Can
here.
you hear me?
On the mower. Yeah, you're good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So, what I was trying to say, it's important to remember that your why can and will change depending on like, life circumstances. And so for me, like, when I first started, it was like, okay, I'm going to be on supplements for the rest of my life regardless. I'd be stupid not to make money on them. I just want to make some money. And then it came to, oh, hey, we lost 30,000 a month in contracts that we thought were, a shoe-in. And then even from there, in a matter of like a month, it turned into, oh crap, now my husband's body is breaking down like faster than we expected. And he's having, physical issues on top of us losing a significant amount of money. And so for me, it was like, it just kind of came out of nowhere. And then I messaged Michael like a week or so ago and was like, I'm just not feeling it. And he's like, do you want some harsh truths? And I'm like, yeah, give it to me. Cause I want you to step on my toes. I want you to hurt my feelings. I want you to make me cry because that's what's going to motivate me. I don't want you to be soft and gentle with me. And so he was like, remember when you wish you had $7,000 to save your dog? And I'm like, yeah. And your husband, wanting to come home. And so I'm like, yeah. And so one thing that he said during that message that totally broke me down, and I was like, ouch, I needed that. But it was like, just because you don't have that immediate need on your doorstep today doesn't mean that you stop. And so for me, it's like, it's so easy for me to let my foot off the gas when, my husband is, popping 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen and he's not complaining about his knee today. But tomorrow, when I see that it's swollen to twice the size, then it's like, shit, I need to stop taking my foot off the gas and keep going. Just because there's not some immediate thing in your face today to drive you. And that's the thing. Like for me, I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, like if I don't have that, I guess that carrot dangling in front of me, like, hey, you need to do this today, then it's easy to sit back and it's like, you got to keep going because on those crappy days, it's like if you had kept going on the days where maybe it was a little bit easier for you, maybe it was, you had a little bit of extra money in your pocket. You did have, something to make the load a little bit easier for you that day. But tomorrow, when shit hits the fan, you're going to wish that you had kept on the whole time. So,
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, Rach, because it's, we have, and you know what? You use the community. You use Michael. And to have that raw truth is so special because we go through life and a lot of people just fluff us up, you know? But to be able to be like Michael to Rachel and Michael to be like, can I be real with you? Like that is so huge. This company, this community, this business is so much more than gut health supplements. And I can't say that enough. And it's again, the journey is different for every single one of us. The journey is different no matter where you go. No one of us is going to have the same journey. No one of us is going to have the same story. No one of us is going to have the same why. And like Rach said, our why is going to change. Our why is going to develop. Our why is going to shift around. You don't have to. Phil said something the other day because it's something I've truly struggled with is I love my school. I don't want to not do my school and just always do Plexus. I want to do Plexus and I want to do my school. And for a while, I thought I had to give one of them up. You don't. You can do both. Or if you want it all Plexus, have it be all Plexus. The balance is yours. You just got to evaluate how you want to do with it. Michael, we were talking a little bit with these last 2 days and the goals that you have. Goals are great. Don't let them stop you. Don't let them hold you back. Create those big goals and go for them. You know, we've had the goals where we're going to reach, Ruby Senior Ruby, and you come shy 75 points. You don't, oh, well, I tried. All right, done. I tried it. No, you take that into the next month and you use that to fuel you for the next month. There was something that was said to us a while ago, and I was talking to my mom about it this morning on my ride into work. That something I've been doing personally, and I'm actually, now that I'm saying it out loud, I'm going to actually do it with both my school and with Plexus as well, and myself. When I go to bed at night, I've been evaluating the day of like, all right, Amanda, what did you do really well today? What could you have done better today? Where'd you give yourself a little bit of an out today that you could have tightened up a little bit? And what can I do tomorrow? And these are things I say to myself. I'm laying in bed, TV off, everybody's asleep, no distractions, and I allow myself to sit in that and truly take it in and truly evaluate it. And I don't just leave it there. I take it into the next day. All right, this is what I said I was going to work on. This is where I gave myself a little bit of an out that I need to tighten up. And you do that every single day. That's your growth. That's you just getting a little bit better every single day. I know Phil does one where it's like you eat the meat off the bone or whatever, or you don't eat the elephant all at once, you eat it in little pieces. All these fun little things that we say, but it's so true. Anything is possible. Literally. Anything is possible if you are willing. Yeah, if you are willing to do the work, if you're willing to sacrifice, if you're willing to drop it all and hone in, anything is possible. You want to get 500 points in the next 2 days? It's possible. You got to work for it. It's not just going to get sprinkled on you. And you want to get those 500 points and you only get 250? That's still pretty amazing to get 250 in 2 days. Evaluate what you did. Now you can evaluate it and you can say, I literally gave it my all. I gave everything. All right. And look what it got you, 250 points. Do that in week 1. Do it in week 2. Do it in week 3. 250, 250, 250. It all adds up, guys. It's all right there. So I'm going to jump off a little early today. I know people are crunching in, getting down to it. But remember these things. What we fear the most reveals where we trust God the least. Evaluate yourself. Evaluate your business. What could you do a little better today? What did you do great? Don't forget that part. Praise yourself. We don't give ourselves enough praise. Praise yourself for what you did well. And let's kill this month. And let's kill next month, and the month after that, and the month after that, and the month after that. Remember, this business is a whole big thing. Yes, the points are amazing. The incentives are amazing. The money is amazing. The growth is priceless. What we get with this community, what we get, to me, this right here is priceless. I'm going to share that today. You share what hits you the most today. And let's go out and have a great April and carry that momentum straight into May. Love you guys.
Love you.